This is the Horsemanship 1 to 2 p.m. hour of the 2015 Horse Radio Network Holiday Radiothon by Weatherbeeta. To hear all 12 hours of the Radiothon, visit horseradionetwork.com. Find it on iTunes on the Horse Radio Network feed by searching Horse Radio Network. If you are listening on the free HRN phone app, you will find all 12 hours under the Stable Scoop Show. Enjoy.
The horse world need wait no longer. The 2015 Horse Radio Network Holiday Radiothon will start in less than 2 minutes. So let's go to Colleen from Weatherbeeta for the call.
This is Colleen from Weatherbeeta. The hosts are saddled up, the prizes are ready, and the holiday voicemails are loaded in the gate. And they're off.
That's right. You are listening to the Holiday Radiothon. We are in hour 5, Wendy. You just said at the end of last hour that we were half done. You are wrong. We are not close to half done, actually. We got a couple more to go yet.
I was thinking positive, Glenn.
Yeah.
I was trying to be your cheerleader.
The Horsemanship hour of the Horse Radio Network 12-hour live holiday radiothon is here. It's brought to you by Weatherbeeta with additional support provided by horselovers.com and Cavallo. I am Glenn the Geek, and with me in the studio is Dr. Wendy Ying of the Driving Radio Show, and we are your MCs for the entire 12 hours.
And this hour, we're joined by the host of Horsemanship Radio, Monty Roberts' daughter, Debbie Lukes, and her mother, the world-renowned sculptress and horsewoman, Pat Roberts. Welcome, guys.
Woohoo! Hi.
We have Debbie here. We don't have Pat yet. We're waiting for Pat.
Still coming?
They're working on it.
Okay.
Yeah, Colin's studio that we use is being a little grouchy, so they're working on that right now. But we have Debbie. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Glenn. And Wendy, how are you?
Great. How are you doing? Are you having a good holiday so far?
We are. We've had a lot of fun. Lots of turkey, lots of food, and lots of family. So it's been fun. Yeah. And Mom's in a different area than where I am right now. So we're calling you from Orange County in the sunshine, like Florida.
All right. We've had a lot of callers from California today. They're up
Yeah,
early.
I heard Huntington Beach and some other California.
So you've been listening in? Have you been enjoying?
I have, you guys. I've been just rocking out to all the music. I love that music coming into it. It's perfect for Mom. Darn, wish she'd heard it. She's going to have fun. Yeah. No, the callers have been great. Are you kidding? 6 dually halters I've been listening to all morning. That was awesome.
we have the most talented listeners, don't we?
You
really do.
You do. And the guests have been great, too. It was fun listening to Lynn Palm and Jamie and you guys in the first hour. I missed the Daniels.
Charlie Daniels. Well, you'll have to listen back to that. I want to remind everybody, well, let's just do that, and then we'll get your mom on here.
Yeah.
That we have 12 hours of unbelievable guests, over $3,000 in prizes, 20 hosts, and you, the callers. You can find out all on our website. Just go to horseradionetwork.com and click on the Radiothon banner in the middle of the page. The live feeds are also there. And our theme for this year's Radiothon is your favorite holiday memories. Debbie has some unbelievable guests lined up today.
I'm pinching myself, Glenn. I know. I'm just pinching myself.
You should be nervous, by the way.
Yeah. I'm not nervous because it's already in the can, right? Okay. But yeah, I'm pinching myself. Have you told everybody?
No, tell them.
Bob Baffert. I mean, I wish we had American Pharoah, but somebody had to speak for him.
You had the guest of the day. There's no question in my mind. You win the award for top guest today.
But he was awesome. And Glenn was so cute. I wish people could see the Skype chat that was going on behind while I was talking to Bob comfortably and casually. Glenn's like, "Oh, nice tone," and the call dropped at one point. It was really fun. Anyway, we also have Olympian Charlotte Bradall Baker, just one of our dearest friends. And
that other guy.
And my dad, too. I mean, who has their mom and dad on as host and guest, right? Monty Roberts will be on. We got to tease him about the whole, dually halter thing, too. Maybe we can sing it for him or something. But
let's do this. Let's bring your mom on. Hi, Pat Roberts.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you for inviting me, and I'm really looking forward to this hour.
Well, we have so much to do. We have a lot to do, so let's get right to it. Pat, we're going to talk to you more in a bit, okay? And I want to thank you. First, I want to thank you guys so much for putting Jennifer up. We had the most fantastic trip. We got to do some of the most amazing things, and hanging out at your house for a couple of days was a true blessing, and thank you so much for that.
Well, it was our pleasure.
We appreciate
Seriously.
it. Well, before we get into the prizes, there was something that was sung by two of our listeners I want you guys to listen to. His name is Bill Officer. That is his name, Bill Officer. And Denise Raymond. And they did a little duet. And I just thought of you guys, and I want to play it for you, and then we'll get to our prizes, and then we'll get to Monty.
Okay.
It's short.
I really should ride.
Baby, it's cold outside.
This horse needs some hay.
Baby, it's cold outside.
This evening has been so very nice.
I'll hold your hands, oh, your nails not nice.
My gelding will start to worry.
Cowgirl,
My
what's
mare
your
will
hurry?
be pacing the stall.
Why can't you be the girl at the
really,
mall?
I better scurry.
Cowgirl, please don't hurry.
But maybe just a ride, I won't fall.
Why are all the horses so tall?
Horse is my thing.
Baby, it's bad out there.
I'm lost in the drink.
Those horses are fat out there.
I wish I knew how.
You got the horse gleam now.
I love the smell.
I have to say, on a horse you are swell.
I ought to say, whoa, 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 sir.
Can you and that horse get
At
any
least I want
closer?
to get in a ride.
That horse is really hurting my pride.
Oh, I really must go.
Dang horse wins again.
I don't care if it's cold outside.
I thought you guys would like
That's
that.
hilarious. That is hilarious.
I know what they mean.
I figured you'd relate.
I can relate. It was really cold when I went riding the last couple of days.
That was great. We have the best listeners. Debbie, tell us about our prizes.
Oh my gosh. You guys, we have a Cavallo Western barrel and endurance stock pad, performance enhanced. It's worth $165, you guys. Tri-density solution combined with fine finishing details, including genuine leather butt joints, nylon bindings, and aeration perforations, provides the ultimate in saddle pads, benefiting both horse and rider. That's at cavallo-inc.com. And not to be forgotten, we've got a 1-year membership to the Monty Roberts Equus Online University. That's about $100, you guys. I love describing this as the Rosetta Stone of Equus, the language of horses. So we like to say that Dad cracked the code on Equus, the language of horses. It's a gestural language, like signing for the deaf, and that knowing that Equus, the language of it, Jennifer and I talk about this all the time, it ramps up the fun by like 1,000%. And, Dad's famous for launching the book, The Man Who Listens to Horses, back in the 90s. But now he's got 350 interactive video lessons with one added each week. And they stream 24/7 for students to learn. And today you get a promo code DAYPASS for a free ride. Go to MontyRobertsUniversity.com.
And I can tell you from experience that most of the hosts on the Horse Radio Network have bought that and are in it all of the time. So it is well worth the investment and the money that you'll pay to do that, and give it as a gift. It's a great gift. It's a gift of learning, basically. So get it for your friends that are into horses. They will appreciate it.
Thank you. Yes, and at the end of every hour, we'll be giving away some amazing prizes, and Wendy's going to tell us about this hour's prizes. But I just did. Sorry, Wendy, I stepped on your...
That's okay. Why don't you tell us about the grand prize?
No, you do that. Your turn.
Oh. Okay. The grand prize is $1,000 grand prize to one lucky winner. And it consists of the Benefab Rejuvenate Smart Scrim Sheet, 2 half-gallons of Soar No More Performance Ultra, a pair of Dublin Lifestyle boots, and a Weatherbeeta Freestyle Detach a Neck Medium Turnout Blanket, which I love those blankets.
Yeah,
you can still qualify by calling in with your favorite holiday memory sometime today at 435-272-1997. So get your entries in and call us.
That's right.
Well, while we're waiting for your first guest, Pat, do you have a favorite holiday memory? I mean, you must have.
Oh, I have.
Yeah.
I do. I really do. When I was very, very young, I would go with my family out to my grandmother's, who lived in the country. My parents basically were in town, and to my dismay, I really loved going out to the country. And one of the first memories I have of Christmas is being fascinated by a Christmas tree, and they did not have electricity there on the farm, and so it was all candles. So you can just imagine what a little girl looking up into this big tree with all these candles lit, what a memory that is. And the other thing that made this so special is that my grandfather would actually drive a horse pulling a sled behind and dress up as Santa Claus. And he would haul up and down the country road delivering presents to the other children that lived about a mile or so away. And my parents told me, now you listen for the sleigh bells, and when you hear the sleigh bells, you know that Santa Claus is coming. Sure enough, here comes my grandfather, which I didn't know, dressed up as Santa Claus with a big sack of presents on his back. And I mean, how many kids have a memory like that? I'm really lucky.
That is so great.
That is so
That'd
cool.
be so fun.
That is so neat.
And the funny part is there was no snow. So he was dragging it
there was
along.
no snow.
Better.
It was just a farm sled, there's a little sand beside the road, but
Right.
nope, it was just an old wooden sled, and
Or a horse.
yeah, no snow.
Well, let's.
No, it's a California Christmas memory.
Yeah, there you go. A sled in the sand. So now, let me ask you two, which one of you is going to introduce Monty like he needs any? But, if you want to make an attempt.
I'd be happy to. He's known as the man who listens to horses. His training is renowned globally, and he's in some of my earliest holiday memories. Welcome, Monty Roberts.
Hello.
Hey, there he is.
Merry Christmas, Monty.
Hi. How are you? And Merry Christmas to all of you.
Before you guys start, I have to interrupt because I have to thank Monty. He doesn't know this, and I'm probably going to get in trouble or get you in trouble. I'm not sure which. But I was so sorry we missed you when we came out and stayed there a couple of weeks ago. But I keep bragging to everybody on the air that I got to ride one of Monty's horses in Monty's saddle at Monty's farm. I keep bragging about that. I'm going to live with that one forever, Monty. So
Okay.
All right. By the way, you have a
hope you
mighty
had
comfy
fun.
saddle. You do. I got to tell you.
Okay.
I almost brought that home with me.
Yeah,
I
your
hope
horse.
it was fun for you.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, great.
You made him look good too, Dad. Good
Yeah,
horse,
that's right.
good saddle. Glenn looked pretty good.
Okay.
So
I've forgotten, which horse did you ride?
I'm trying to remember. It was the white one.
Which?
It was the,
Oh, it was Baron.
yes, that's right. I rode
Yes.
Baron.
That's your
Well,
second time
you-
riding, Glenn.
Yes, and you know what? Baron was doing side passes, all kinds of stuff, made me look so good, and I had no idea what I was doing. So it was perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah, you made a great choice.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, Debbie,
He's
go
a
ahead.
special willing partner horse.
Yeah, he is. He is. Okay, well, I've been prepping Dad for this. He has so many holiday memories.
I bet.
that we picked some good ones, but I don't know what he's going to say right now. But Dad, what's your favorite holiday memory?
Well, I've got so many, as you mentioned, and I started talking about the Easter holiday ones. I don't know why everything happens on Easter for me, but a lot of things happened during the December holidays too. And one of the things that I remember is that after getting Shy Boy, which happened in Easter, but later on, there we were with our Mustang, and he was getting very gentle and starting to train thoroughbreds out to the track, going through the starting stalls and everything. And along comes a guy from Arizona, and he says, I have adopted 4 Mustangs. And Shy Boy would make 5 Mustangs. And I've got a challenge for you. I would like them to go in the New Year's parade, the Rose Bowl parade, in 5 months. In 5 months.
Yeah, nobody watches that.
Yeah. What?
Go from wild
give you
to Rose Bowl parade broke in 5 months.
Yeah.
What's the
He
problem?
says, I give you 5 months to get 5 Mustangs ready to go down Colorado Boulevard with, I don't know, 1 million people or something.
1 million people at least.
Watching, and then the supersonic planes going overhead and all that stuff. And all those blinking, what do you call them, big floats with the music going and everything. It's the most incredible challenge for a horse ever, and we had 5 months. And Shy Boy went to work, and he started training these horses, mostly in our indoor arena. But we had music going, we had things falling down out of the ceiling, and all sorts of things. And on January 1 of that year, we rode down Colorado Boulevard, 5 miles with 5 Mustangs, and millions of people watching TV and live, and the supersonic planes, and not one horse put a foot wrong. It was just incredible how well it went. And it's one of the highlights of my entire career, no question about that. And it was so much fun, and it was so much fun to watch Shy Boy doing this training, and it was incredible how he would go right along beside them and then walk over the tarpaulin and the manhole covers, where they had to learn how to walk over manhole covers because Saddam Hussein was hiding under one of those somewhere. Anyway, that was a memory that was just so fantastic. And the other thing I remember about Christmas is that Pat is a sculptress, as you know, and she has, how many, Pat? About 100 sculptures on your menu now?
Not quite, but getting close.
Getting close to 100 sculptures.
Mm-hmm.
But Pat was never going to be a carpenter or a builder of any kind. She's a sculptress. And her tools, she always needs tools of all sorts, you know. And she just puts them in a heap somewhere and can't find them, and they get lost and people borrow them and everything. So I decided for Christmas to get her a very large, well-organized toolbox. And in the toolbox would be a series of screwdrivers and 3 different size hammers and screws and bolts and nuts and washers and all sorts of things in these little drawers, about 20 little drawers. You know, a husband can't get his wife a toolbox for Christmas. And
I was going to bring that up.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't be a terribly good idea. But on that particular year, a sculptor somewhere made a sculpture of Pat's favorite filly at the time called Landalucy, and made it out of gold, sculpted in gold, hand-sculpted in gold. And I bought that rascal and put it in one of those little drawers, and then had it all wrapped as a Christmas present. And she kind of looked at it and then looked sideways at me, and everything's fine. And I said, "No, Pat, now go through there. I want you to see every little gift that I got you in this thing." And she finally got to the drawer with Landalucy in it, and she still has Landalucy. In fact, she was wearing it at a party we went to in Germany last week. So that's a memory that won't go away. And the toolbox is still here, and she does a better job of containing her.
I was going to ask if she used
barely.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a lovely present. I mean, it's something that's very, very, very special to me, and it's this Landalucy full out in a race mode with a jockey, and it's small enough that you could wear it around your neck, or you could wear it as a pin, and it's precious. I love it.
See there, behind every
score one for Monty.
Yeah, one.
Yay!
Yeah. Behind every all-man decision, there is some softness there somewhere. I don't know.
Beautiful.
Anyway,
I gotta ask you guys, I feel like I'm in a family, I'm in the living room now of your house, haven't been there now. But I have to ask you guys, how important was Christmas for you guys? Did you ride on Christmas? Was it a day off from the horses? Was it any different than the other day?
Well, every day is a day off. when you're in the horse business and horses is what you love, every day is a day off, and a day on is a day without horses, and that's one you have to work yourself through. But yeah, I mean, it's just a fantastic thing, bringing families together and remembering the past, which for every aspect of our lives, the past is mostly good. So it's fond memories. And like I say, there's a lot of holidays, and this Easter thing, it was Easter Sunday when I first set out to complete the BBC documentary on Shy Boy. and separated him from the herd on Easter morning, and then went out into the wilderness to cause him to accept his first saddle and rider. And it was also Easter when I was in England for the first time in 1989 to demonstrate for the Queen what my concepts were all about. And I just had a call about a half an hour ago from Buckingham Palace, and the Queen wants a conversation with me in the next day or so. So I'm trying to set that up when it's most convenient for her.
I want to hear about that.
So that relationship has gone on. That relationship has gone on uninterrupted for now 26 years. And I was with her practically through the whole month of October. And I did the first and only demonstration ever done in Buckingham Palace this past month.
Yeah, at the Royal Mews. It was beautiful.
The Duchess Camilla was there, and the Queen was there. The Queen wasn't going to come, and it was for how do you call them, Debbie? It was for the Brook Institute.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And the Brook.
Yep.
Yeah, Brook Animal Hospital, and the Brook is a foundation global for improving the lives of equids in service to human beings. And they've had me in India and Guatemala and third world countries where horses are in the mines or the brickyards and things like that. Mm-hmm. And they really do work hard, and they want to raise funds to protect equids globally. And the Queen was responsible for nodding to me when they asked me to be global ambassador, the first global ambassador for the equids of the Brook Institute.
Yeah, it's like
And
Doctors
so-
Without Borders. It's like
And
they send their...
I do want to mention, too, that we're going to be doing a fundraising radiothon in March or April for the Brook Institute here on the Horse Radio Network.
Good.
So,
Fantastic.
we'll be
super.
helping out there. Monty, I hate to do this, but we are running out of time because we have so many other great guests. I hate to bump you off the show for Bob Baffert, but, he did win the Triple Crown this year.
What am I going to say? You take on Bob and you tell him that I wish him the best holiday, and I'm planning to send him a letter soon. He'll be happy to know.
Oh,
okay, good.
very nice,
Thanks,
very
Monty.
nice.
It is so
Thanks,
good to
Dad.
have you on. We
Okay.
appreciate you being here. Take care, Monty.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
I did feel like I was sitting in your living room with the three of you chatting. It was so cool.
Good. I'm glad you're comfortable. Everybody, it still is gathered around the ranch right now. It's we've got a Cyber Monday going on, so I'll plug Dad for MontyRoberts.com. 30% off Monty's tack. Those dually halters you keep singing about.
Oh, yeah. I got my new one. Thank you.
Oh, good. They're 30% off all day today, Cyber Monday. So go see our website, MontyRoberts.com.
Well, we appreciate that. And you're going to talk to a caller or two. We got them lined up here. So let's say hi to let's say hi to Rosie from Rhode Island first. Merry Christmas, Rosie.
Hi, Merry Christmas, Glenn. How are you guys?
Hi, Rosie.
We're great.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Well, I just wanted to say, thank you so much for all the work you guys do. You're really the only radio network made specifically for us equestrians. You know how that is very hard to find.
Throw that part in.
Yeah.
Yes. And I wanted to also give you a quick holiday memory of mine. So a few years ago, I was spending Christmas with my family. My mom has 13 brothers and sisters, so there's a ton of cousins. And after the dinner, I went into the kitchen and I saw all this baking stuff all over the counters. And I go to my mom. I said, Mom, well, dinner's all done. What are you doing? And she goes, well, honey, your horse needs something for Christmas too. And I just started crying because my family has never really understood the horse crazy part of me, because no one else in my large family is as horse crazy at all as me. And the fact that they just finally accepted me in that respect was just so much, and that was the best Christmas I ever had.
Nice.
Oh, that's great.
Awesome. That's awesome, Rosie.
Yeah.
We're glad you're
so
here with us.
Thank you, and keep up the great work. Like I said, you guys are amazing, and it's so much fun to listen to you every day.
Thank you, Rosie. Take care. Merry Christmas.
Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Bye, Merry Christmas.
And next up, we have Celeste, who I believe won a prize, didn't she, earlier?
Oh, yes, Celeste won.
From Virginia. Hi, Celeste.
Smooth stride, real
I
riding
was
jeans.
so excited.
We're so excited for you.
You won the jeans, right? Last hour?
The jeans. We're all jealous.
Yeah, I got new riding jeans, which I'm going to wear all the time since you think I never change clothes when I'm with my horses, Glenn.
I might have said that once. Well, I am so glad that you won those. Congratulations and Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you. And I just wanted to call in and say thanks to you guys in general for being so awesome and entertaining all the time and everything. But also, since I didn't get a chance to call in and talk to Helena on Stable Scoop, I thought it'd be great to call and tell Debbie and everybody thank you, because a long time ago I won a year subscription to the Monty Roberts University, and I activated it right before I went to go pick up my little filly, and she's gotten to start on Monty Roberts stuff from the beginning.
Oh, I'm so glad for her and you. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been great. Like, just learning all of the things that you guys do. It's just so intuitive and, calm, and nothing ever gets out of hand because you take everything nice step by step. And she really had been essentially untouched before we went the night before we were picking her up to mess with her, and used the little full handling rope trick and all of that. And within about 3 hours, we had her loading on and off the trailer in the dark, essentially.
Look at that.
Hadn't even, I had almost.
Can you please come down and do my pony? He doesn't do the trailer. Can you come help with that, please?
You stop doing the trailer.
You need to watch the tapes, Glenn.
I gotta go watch it again. Apparently, Celeste learns better than me. So.
Yeah. Great. Did you get to join us?
Scooter's little enough. You could put a full halter or a full rope on him.
There you go. A little full handler on PT. Love it.
Well, I'm so glad it's working for you. Jamie obviously has had the same experience, and so many of our listeners. Just those videos, Debbie, you did them so well.
You're sweet. Hey, it takes a village. There's a whole team of us that are really good, and Mom's got a couple of them coming up too. So don't want to leave her out here. There's some great stuff, and there's getting to be so many. There's nearly 380 actually, and it's getting a little unwieldy. Like, people will say, "Hey, did you ever do?" And I think, I don't know. I have to think. 350. Yeah, we did. Actually, we got some beautiful ones.
I had that question.
Did you get
I
a
had
nice
that question run by me this morning too?
Did you see Mom
on an email?
Yeah, we got to do yoga. Would you watch those, Celeste? Would you do yoga for equestrians? Would you like to watch some of those?
Yeah, that'd probably be great for balance and stretching.
Yeah.
And you'll look really good doing it in your new jeans.
Yeah, that's
Well, we've got some plans in the future to do a yoga segment. So
that's great.
Be watching. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you, Celeste. We appreciate you calling in. Take care of your baby, okay?
Definitely. Will do. Merry Christmas, guys.
All right, bye-bye.
Merry Christmas, Celeste.
Bye.
We need to take a break for our title sponsor, and then we're going to come up to your next guest. We're going from Monty, who is just like the god of all things horse. And then we're going to an Olympian. That's not too bad. And then we're going to a Triple Crown winner. You got him lined up here, Debbie.
Debbie, good job.
You don't have enough hour. Let's go.
I know. Let's hear from one of our sponsors.
I know, it's going by so fast.
The Paddock Boot collection from Dublin has classic good looks, but it's what you don't see that really counts. 3 years of global research went into creating a range of riding footwear that promises all-day comfort and value for riders at every level. The difference is in the footbed. Dublin's innovative rider comfort system offers advanced support and cushioning along with sweat and odor control technology. This ensures that your boots feel as great at the end of a long day as they did at the start. For the full story, visit dublinclothing.com.
Debbie, why don't you introduce our next guest?
Well, we have
going to.
Oh, I would love that.
Oh, go ahead, Pat.
Go for it.
Yes, I would. It would be my pleasure because she's dear to my heart.
She's a dear friend.
It's Charlotte Riddall Baker, is a well-known dressage trainer and FEI judge who was born and raised in Denmark before moving to the United States at the age of 22. She has an impressive list of accolades, including a team bronze medal from the 1992 Olympic Games with Mansour, and a team silver medal from the 1997 North American Championship with Lugano. She now brings a wealth of knowledge to the assistant dressage youth coach position to the United States Equestrian Federation, the USEF, and she is loving it. And she comes back from these trips that she takes off and tells me about these young people that she's working with, and she says it's probably one of the greatest things that she's ever experienced. So, hi, Charlotte, are you there?
Hi, Pat and Debbie.
Hi, Charlotte.
How are you?
Good to hear from you. Happy to have you on. I'm so glad.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy to be on.
Good. We have shared, so far, we've shared a holiday memory with Dad. It was so touching. And then Mom shared, too, about sleds. And it seems to be a theme about sleds, except Mom was missing the snow in the theme about riding sleds. But we wanted to hear, since you had grown up in Denmark, you must have some amazing, beautiful memories of snow and horses. And we wanted to hear some about that.
Well, actually, for the most part, I would be working on Christmas because horses don't care that it's Christmas.
Good point.
I've always, and in Denmark we celebrate always Christmas Eve. So I would always be riding, during the day before that, and then Christmas Eve we'd get together. We had a very large family, and one of the traditions in Denmark is that you hold hands and you walk around the tree and you sing Christmas carols, and it's something that I really love. And then after that, we would open presents. And Christmas Day would be more of a lunch afternoon type of thing, and that was more also for family, but not so much an affair for the children as Christmas Eve was. Mm-hmm. And again, I'd still be riding in the mornings, and often, yes, we would be riding in the snow, and I didn't have access to a covered arena, so I would be doing that very often. Mm. And more recently, living in California, Christmas Day, I would still be riding the horses in the morning, and sometimes when we've had rain, I would be trailering over to your place and riding over there all by myself in the Christmas morning.
Covered arena.
And then we'd celebrate Christmas later in the day. But to me, Christmas Eve was always a big celebration because
did you have live candles on your tree like Mom did too?
Yes, we did. Yeah, we absolutely did. And then we had a big bucket of water standing close by because we always had lots of kids, and we also had at least one huge dog, like either a Rottweiler or a German Shepherd around. So
oh yeah,
it was a little bit of a hazard, but nothing ever happened. But it looked beautiful.
You've become such a mentor to young people, and I know that's a big driving force in your life too, and part of the assistant dressage youth coach position too. And USEF has recognized your talents. But I know that you have you've fostered a boy, and you've brought him along through horses and everything too. Is that have you started some of your own holiday traditions? You and Joel, your husband?
No, we've raised two foster sons, and then I have mentored many kids over the years, and we have sort of stayed with the Danish traditions more or less. We've always been celebrating Christmas Eve more than Christmas Day, but we also celebrate Christmas Day later in the day. But typically, we celebrate Christmas Eve at home, and then for the most part, We always have friends that feel sorry for us on Christmas Day, including you guys. So we always end up going to somebody's house later in the day on Christmas Day.
We love spending time with you. So we drug the host Glenn Hebert around Solvang recently. It was
Yay!
Halloween.
It was fun.
And I showed him those Danish pancake balls. Abelskivers, right? Do you have any?
Yeah.
Do you have any? Do you cook Abelskivers, Charlotte? I don't know. We grew up in Solvang.
No, I don't. I don't cook Abelskiver because I don't cook anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Wait a minute. There's the horse girl answer of the day. I don't cook anything. That describes them all right there.
You know what? She makes her dinner. Right? She makes reservations.
Yes.
She's good at making reservations.
I can make a salad. And that's about it.
Well, I hate to do this, Charlotte, but we have to run already. We are running out of time. I'm the one in charge of keeping everything on time today, so I apologize. But thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate it. And Merry Christmas to you out there.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Charlotte. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right. I just didn't want to run out of time. I'm sorry, guys. The hours have been going by so fast. You say 12 hours and you think, what are they going to talk about? It's like they've been flying. Well, we have some voicemails that were sent in, and then we're going to go to our next guest.
Tease.
I think you're going to want to go to our next guest. So let's hear the voicemails, and then you can do a quick introduction of Bob Baffert like he needs one, right? So,
okay, cool. Yeah.
You have reached the Horse Radio Network voicemail line. Please leave your voicemail after the tone.
These listener voicemails are brought to you by HorseLovers.com for all your horsey holiday shopping needs.
Hi, this is a message from Breeders' Cup Classic champion Mucho Macho Man, who wanted to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday.
It's Shay from Canada again. This time I'd like to leave a message for Debbie Laux. I absolutely love her show. I've gotten so much information. I've signed up to the Equus University. I'm a member, and I go on there for all kinds of tips. It's incredible. I love to hear what Monty's doing and how they're reaching out to people all over the world. It's just incredible. Thank you for doing it, and happy holidays.
Merry Christmas, Horse Radio Network. This is Trish from South Florida. And my favorite memory, Christmas memory, is when my parents bought me my first horse. I was 8 years old, and we went out to the ranch to feed the cows and some other horses that are out there. And there was this 1.5-year-old thoroughbred chestnut mare. Mm-hmm. And I turned around to my dad, and I said, Daddy, look, there's a strange horse here. Oh, my God. And he looks at me with a little smirk on his face, and he says, yeah, she's yours. And I couldn't believe it, and I ran up and I hugged her. Now, remember, she's 1.5 years old. But I didn't even think, because, I was 8 years old. What did I know? But she was great. And she was my best friend for the next 30 years. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Hi, this is Sue from Connecticut, and I just wanted to give a little Christmas story. I had bought a horse when I was first learning to ride. I know green on green means black and blue and broken bones and everything. But after a while, we had a great run in beginner novice. And when he became a little bit older, he became Christmas gifts from year to year for different kids who wanted to learn how to event. And so he spent probably the last 10 years of his life being a Christmas gift for kids who were leasing him to learn how to become eventers. And that's my favorite Christmas story. I hope everyone has a great Christmas, and Merry Christmas to everyone around the world. Take care. Bye.
This is the 12 Horse Days of Christmas from the Johnson family. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a 12-hour podcast.
11 diners naked.
10 miles at Tevis. 9 milk creek spreaders. 8 flying changes. 7 stars to Mecca. 6 dually halter.
5 flicks and forks.
4 hoof boots. 3 riding helmets. 2 sets of sticks.
And an Andalusian rooster in a tree.
Merry Christmas for the toast.
HorseLovers.com is the one-stop shop for everything this holiday season. They have between 120,000 and 150,000 products available at any given time and cover every category possible. And they love their customers. There's no reason to go anywhere else. And they have holiday flash sales going on right now. One product at an amazing price for 24 hours, then it's gone. Again, customers should visit the site every day to see the new flash sale. You don't want to miss any of the items because sometimes the quantities are limited. Visit early, visit often, visit every day during the holidays. You might find that one thing you're looking for at an unbeatable price at HorseLovers.com. That's lovers with a Z. Well, now let's, everybody's been waiting for this. You might as well introduce him.
Well, he needs no introduction, but I'll do it anyway. Bob Baffert just achieved the greatest accomplishment in racing by training the thoroughbred American Pharoah and winning the 2015 Belmont Stakes, capping the third jewel of that elusive Triple Crown, right? The first to do so in 37 years. Bob's trained 4 Kentucky Derby winners, 6 Preakness Stakes winners, and 2 each of the Belmont Stakes and the Kentucky Oaks winners. This year, Bob and American Pharoah won the 141st Kentucky Derby, bringing the total number of victories in the Derby to 4. So when American Pharoah won the 2015 Belmont Stakes, the win was the 4th attempt at a Triple Crown for Mr. Baffert. And then American Pharoah became the first Triple Crown champion to win the Breeders' Cup Classic, too, with a wire-to-wire win on October 30th, 2015 at Keeneland. American Pharoah is one of the leading contenders for Sports Illustrated's 2015 Sportsman of the Year. So go vote, because there is no other display of sportsmanship in 2015 that even came close to what Ahmad Zayat and Bob Baffert did for American Pharoah. Please listen to Bob Baffert.
And I want to say right before this gets started, we pre-recorded this, and this is only a part of it. This is about half of the total interview. And when will they be able to listen to the other half?
That we will put up December 15th. I'm so excited.
So that'll be on the Horsemanship Radio Show on the Horse Radio Network on December 15th. Is that correct?
That's right. Horsemanshipradio.com, and that is with IFA.com and Omega Fields as our sponsors. Thank you. Well, welcome, Bob Baffert. I'm excited to have you on Horsemanship Radio on the Horse Radio Network, and we feel very privileged. It's been an exciting year.
It's been a very exciting year, and thanks for having me on.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll remember this. I love when people start with those lines. But we met on the day that Dad, Monty Roberts, was racing a 6-year-old Sabiango who had just won the Charles Whittingham Memorial Handicap at Hollywood Park. And that day, there was a young jockey named Tyler Bays up top. I don't remember that.
You're going back now, but I remember that was a beautiful horse. I think he was from Germany or something.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
He was a really nice horse, beautiful horse, and I remember Tim Yakteen, who was helped get him ready for me. I give him most of the credit there because he did all the work with him, my assistant.
Yes, yeah, he was very pleased that day. It was a great win, and it was Charles Whittingham had a warm place in our heart too. So that whole thing was a nice triumph. But I want to get into. It's the Christmas season here, and we are in the midst of a radiothon, and we're doing some things to give some prizes away. And you and your wife, Jill, have donated to several charities, and I just want to honor you in that. Following the American Pharoah's Triple Crown triumph, I know that you guys have committed, you donated, I think, $50,000, some crazy number like that, to the charities like Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance and the California Retirement Aftercare Account and the Permanently Disabled Jockey Fund. Old Friends, one of my favorites. Old Friends Farm in Kentucky, too. I appreciate you doing that, you and Jill, for your commitment to giving back.
Well, this business has been so good to us, and so we just felt, if you can afford to do it, we're in a position where, well, we want to give back, and those, the horse organizations, we need to be more responsible. Back when I was growing up, we really didn't think about things like that. And now it's like it's like the main topic in our industry. We have to take care of these horses when they're done, off the racetrack. So it's really working out well. There's some really good farms out there, and these horses are finding homes, and it's pretty difficult these days to find homes for them. But we're just glad to be part of it.
Thank you. Well, thank you for doing that. I know that that's really been keen in the list of things that people like to see grow in the industry. So thanks for being a leader in that and making that commitment. Yeah, I know you grew up on a family farm, like 240 acres near the Mexican border in Arizona with 7 children. Is that right?
Yes, it was in Nogales, Arizona. Grew up like 3 miles north of the border. And,
wow.
It's been very, it was a great experience growing up on a ranch and growing up around horses, cows, chickens, and, we, at a young age, we were all giving responsibilities to care for the animals. So you learn a lot, when when you're responsible for animals at a young age, you learn, how to deal with them, because if you don't feed them, they're not going to get fed. So
right.
it was a great learning experience.
Yeah, well, your parents must have been amazing. It's Bill and Ellie is what I read, and do you still have them? Are they still with us?
No, they're not with us, unfortunately. They passed a few years ago, and that's why I was very emotional during the old Triple Crown run, because, it was sort of sad that they weren't around to see it, and my mother, she always told me I was going to win the Triple Crown, and they were there for the other one, but it was, that's the only thing. I just wish they hadn't been around to see it, but I'm sure they were watching from above.
I think so, yeah.
Felt they were sort of helping out.
I think so. I like to think that whole, they're still with us that way if they felt that was a real dream. How is it growing up with 7 children in the Baffert family? Were you all into the horses and the animals?
Well, we when there's 7 of us, and our television kept on. We had this antenna, I remember, out in the fields, and the cows kept knocking it down. So sometimes we didn't have television for long periods of time, so we had to entertain ourselves. So we entertained each other, the middle children. I was number 4, so I usually hung out with my number 5 brother. And so we just found ways to, when you're on a ranch, you can go out and do whatever you want. And my parents would take us to Mission Beach for the summers and drop us off and go back to work. And he worked really hard. My parents really worked hard. So we had a great childhood. We grew up the right way, and my father taught us from a young age the responsibility. You have to be very responsible, and that's really stuck to me all these years.
Mm-hmm. And you have a strong work ethic, and you seem to have imparted that to the people that were around you that work too, which is great. I think that's why you're highly respected. I don't know anybody that's dealt with animals to the length of a career as yours that isn't as strong, doesn't have a strong work ethic. So I'm sure you're passing that on to Bodie. Am I right?
Well, hopefully, when you grow up around animals in a ranch, it's 7 days a week, so when you're used to something like that, it's not, a lot of people, they want to take the weekends off, and I don't know if Bodie wants to be a horse trainer. He wants to be a meteorologist and work giving out weather. He's really into weather. Matter of fact, after the Triple Crown, he did the weather with the Weather Channel. He was Sam Champion, so that was pretty cool. He was very excited about that.
So with you and Bodie and Jill, are there any family holiday traditions that you remember from your time in your family that you've carried on now to these days?
Not really, because we do a lot of traveling now that we're, Jill and Bodie, we go to these races, and so we just sort of live a totally different life than I did when I was growing up. Especially when you grow up in a quiet little town like Nogales, Arizona, there's not a lot to do. But now living in Southern California, it's just the hustle bustle, and it's a totally different style of living. And so I've adapted to Southern California the last 40 years I've been here.
I couldn't miss asking you a few questions about your training abilities. Your dad said that you always had, I read where he was quoted as saying that you always had something special with horses, and that you read them well, you work with them well. And, I've lived long enough to see that champions make champions generally because their horses love them. And I read quotes that you had said, too, that you love your horses, and that if you love your horses, they respond. So you have to love your horse. So tell me about American Pharoah. I mean, every champion has something special and unique between his trainer and him, I think. And so what's something about American Pharoah that makes that relationship special for you?
American Pharoah was, when he first came, he was a little bit rambunctious. He was wanting to do too much. He wanted to go too fast, too early. So we had to work with him to quiet him down a little bit. And his first race was sort of disastrous. He going to the paddock, he was just a mess. He really wasn't handling it well. With the blinkers, he was tough in the warm up. With the pony, going to the gate, he got in the gate. He tried to act up in the gate, broke, stepped slow, made the lead, then just stopped, and it was just a bad out. Just not a good experience for him. And I was really disappointed because I really thought, we were hoping he was the next coming. We're always hoping that we're going to have the next a big horse, and I've been fortunate to have all these big horses, so we're disappointed he's out. But then after that, we decided, we took the blinkers off, we schooled him a lot, and we noticed that he was real sensitive to sound. I remember we were schooling him in the morning, and it was like 11 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, walking over to Del Mar, and somebody turned on a tractor, and he just spooked. The noise got him, so we decided to put some cotton in his ears, maybe try him with that. And then from then on, he was very quiet. It pacified him somehow. And so I eventually got these little earplugs that I ordered online, these little sheepskin earplugs for like $6.95.
Really?
And he's made $8 million of those earplugs since then, so it was pretty good. It was a good investment.
I can see it now. Bob Baffert earplugs. You get to endorse those things.
You know what? Well, somebody asked me the other day, I got a call from some guy there's some friend that was a barrel racer, and her horse needs some kind of plugs, want to know what kind I use, so they want to know what my secret plugs were. Like, it's just easy, just on the web there, you can buy them.
Behavioral genius.
Now.
Oh, they've dropped. Yeah, well, the use of them has gone up, so it's a quantity thing.
I actually tried. I contacted the people who make them. I said, I just want you to realize that this horse, Triple Crown horse, is using your earplugs, so they at least. But they just really said, "Oh, thanks." It's good
thanks.
That's kind of no biggie.
I have no idea. Well, what I loved about that you said, I think this is what you want to see in every thoroughbred, that he always looks like he's having fun out there. And you talk about his ears twitching. And I just love hearing that, because that means everybody's in your team is doing something right. You're feeding him well. He's fit, and they can't be having fun if not everything's put together. So I appreciate you bringing that champion on like that. And that you said every time you run him, he shows a new dimension. Were those dimensions behavioral, or was it that he was just stronger each time?
Well, he really changed physically from January to March. He got longer. He was like a short coupled horse, had a short back, and then he got longer. In the last 2 months, he grew up, stretched out, and but his stride is what really set him apart. His mechanics, his fluid stride, really, he jumped a long way, and he did it without really having to work at it. And he was quick. He was quick on his feet. And so, but he had a great mind. He's got a nice, smart head. He's got a soft eye. He's just a very, and a sweet, loving horse. He was, he would put your head in your lap. He was spoiled rotten. He was, he's one of those, like, when you brought him out and you go to take him back to the stall, he did not want to go back to the stall. He wanted to stay out there and enjoy it a little bit longer. And he was pretty pampered and spoiled, but when he came down to train, he really enjoyed training. And I think that's very important for these horses. They have to enjoy what they're doing. And you could tell when he got out there and galloped, or if he breathed, he had those ears forward, happy. When you see those ears clicking forward, you know your horse is happy. And every time we worked him, he never had a bad work. He always had a really good work. And so it's very rare. Sometimes you'll breeze a horse and you won't be happy with it. He was always, there was never a bad work. He was just spot on every time we breeze him.
I appreciate you giving us this time. It's a crazy year, and you could put your time in a lot of different places instead of us. So thank you again for being our guest today, and I hope we get to talk to you down the road. Yeah, thanks, Bob. Bob Baffert.
All right.
All right. Well, that was great to hear from Bob Baffert, all about American Pharoah. And next,
before we go on here, I just wanted to mention, I know I'm talking to nobody but the recorded people, but Debbie, we seem to have lost the live feed. A good timing there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, most people listen recorded anyway, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And they'll get to hear that. But I am working on that now. So why don't you guys do the prizes while I still try and get the live feedback? It looks to be a problem not on our end. So.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Okay, so our prizes we have for this hour are the Cavallo Western Barrel Endurance Stock Pad. It's the Performance Enhanced Pad worth $165. It has all the great characteristics of Cavallo's regular barrel endurance and stock pad, but it has the tri-density with the Performance Enhanced panels. This Performance Enhanced saddle pad has firm polyfiber sheets inserted alongside the protective memory foam inserts, creating internal stability, which serves to further equalize the load in high-performance sports. These panels produce an inner equilibrium that even in very active rider movement or saddle stress situations will allow a more complete utilization of the horse's scapula. The ultimate in saddle pads, benefiting both horse and rider. Visit cavallo-inc.com. And our second prize is the fabulous one-year membership to Monty Roberts Equus Online University.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! The Rosetta Stone of Equus. I love that description. Monty has shown and trained championship horses his whole life, but the breakthrough came in 1989 when he revealed that he could put a saddle, bridle, and rider on an unstarted horse in under 30 minutes, a fraction of the time it took traditional horsemen. Next came his New York Times bestseller, The Man Who Listens to Horses, in 1996, and it started a revolution in the way horses are trained. Finally, in 2009, Monty launched his Equus Online University. Now over 350 interactive video lessons available 24/7 for students to learn Monty's gentle techniques. You can find him at www.montyrobertsuniversity.com. So
Thank
Pat,
you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Pat, why don't you pick a number between 2 and let's see how many lucky contestants we have. A number between 2 and 130 for the saddle pad.
Is Pat still there?
Is Pat with us?
Oh, no.
Okay, well, Debbie, you get to choose.
It's just you and me, Wendy.
That's right.
Okay. Let's give it 88.
88. Okay, 88. Our lucky winner is Karina Marotte. So congratulations, Karina.
Write that down. Congratulations, Karina. Thanks for listening.
Okay, now for the big prize, the your graciously donated prize of the Equus University. So give us a number between 2 and 130.
123.
Ooh, one of the new ones. Okay, 123 is Kathy White. So congratulations, Kathy.
Congratulations,
What a
Kathy
great
White.
prize.
You and I will be talking, Kathy. Awesome. Thank you.
That's great. Well, Debbie, thank you so much for your great interviews. You brought like
She delivered.
You brought the grand slam of guests, and thank you so much for joining us on the Horse Radio
thanks
Network.
for having
You're a
us.
great part of our family.
You're sweet, Wendy, and I look forward to hearing from you down the road.
All right. Thanks so much. Next up, we're going to have Tammy and Tootie with The Road to the Horse.
That's good. And I'm going to try and reset the feed here and see if we can get that back up and running. I apologize for that, everybody. Thank you, Pat. Pat, where can people buy your sculptures real quick?
We lost Pat. So
Oh, no, she's here, I think. Yep. There you go.
Hi. Oh, go to my website, www.patrobertssculpture.com, and you can see what I've been doing for the last few years.
Very good. And I have seen many of them, having been to your house, and that would be a gift that a horse husband would not get in trouble for. I'm just saying.
Oh, for sure. Yes, for sure.
Right. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
All right, talk to you. Bye-bye.
Spread your
Thanks, Debbie.
wings and fly. Jump into the sky. For the very first time, you're gonna leave your sorrows behind.